Good morning, everybody. Wake up. Wake up, wake up. In Provincetown. This week featuring Wake up, wake up. Can I have some coffee? Wake up, wake up. Make it strong, please. Hey. Oh. Hey. Wake up, wake up. Oh. No, really, can I have some coffee? Wake up, wake up.
Good morning, everyone.
Hey, I'm not even looking over here. Good morning. It's Friday, December 2nd. It's December already.
It's wild.
Can you believe it?
Yeah. Like, kind of no, but yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at this tree.
I know. The Provincetown Brewing Company is decked out, ready for Folly weekend and the rest of the holidays. I would love to count how many Christmas trees there are in here, but there's a lot.
That one is real.
Yep.
This big one.
Mm-hmm. It's very big.
How did they get it in here?
Through the door.
Is this going to be that kind of show?
It's always that kind of show. But like I said, it is Folly weekend, so get yourself to Provincetown. There is a bajillion things going on. I'll get to all of those later. But first, we've got a very great show for you today. Who do we got, Bob?
I got to hang out with Derek McCormack, who's the manager of the Provincetown Bookshop. They just moved to a new location a couple months ago after being across the street from the Crown and Anchor for 81 years.
Damn.
61? 81. He kept saying 70, and I was like, 1940 to 2021 is 81, right?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. I can add. So they just moved, and I think it's a temporary spot for them.
Is it?
Like they have it for a year, but then that building, which itself is 120 some years old, needs a lot of major renovations. And that's all part of what Christine Barker and her crew are doing.
Oh, great.
Down that alleyway.
Nice. We also have Kelly Fields coming in to do a special for your consideration in celebration of her book signing at that bookshop tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. That's at 3. That's just one of the 1,000 things that you could do here this weekend.
I know.
Could also see the play Tiny Beautiful Things today, tomorrow, and Sunday at the Provincetown Theater. It's their final weekend. We have the whole cast here to talk to you. They're sitting right over there. Yeah. So what's going on? How was your week?
It was cute, very low key. I feel like after it was like the season, straight into Food and Wine Festival, straight into the Chris's wedding, straight to Key West,
and then Thanksgiving.
And I kind of like had a little bit of a hermit style week, but I'm gonna break it this weekend so that it doesn't take hold for the whole winter.
No, well, I mean,
it can.
We also appeared on Miss Richfield's online bingo on Monday.
That was tons of fun. Does she do that monthly?
It's monthly now.
Okay.
I think when she started it during the pandemic, it was more. I think it was once a week.
Okay. But
she said it was her 108th bingo.
Damn.
Which means she started it around the time we started this show.
Yeah, it was tons of fun. It's about an hour long. They do 3 games of bingo. You have 3 cards each game. She has like a little dais, I would say, of guests that she chit chats with while bingo is happening, and we got to be 2 of them, and it was tons of fun.
And she has a cat that basically sat in front of her and like watched her do the whole thing, and like in front, like closer to the, to basically taking up the whole laptop screen.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Oh, that poor cat." I'm like, that cat obviously loves her, like just staring at this crazy drag queen, being like,
right.
Damn, I got it good.
Uh-huh.
Can you imagine?
Yeah, but the next one is the Monday after Christmas. It's going to be New Year's themed. This one was Christmas themed. It was a lot of fun. And I'm glad it happened because it forced me to get my Christmas tree up, as I'm sure I would have put it off for quite some time had I not.
Do you want to tell the story about the squirrel?
I hope my roommate Stefan is watching because I'm mad at him. Just kidding. But I put it in my storage unit, in my storage area inside my house, and then I went to go get it and it was nowhere to be found, and I was like, Stefan put it in the shed. We have this storage shed out back, and I went to go get it. I opened the door. I can't really find it. It is in the very back corner, with all our patio furniture in front of it, and I was like, okay. So I climb up on everything. I reach for the edge of the box like this. I grab the edge of it and I start to pull it towards me, and a squirrel runs out of that box, up my arm, across my back, does 3 laps on the walls of the shed while I'm screaming, and then runs out. Yeah. So that was not my favorite way of getting my Christmas tree.
Thank you, Stefan.
Yeah.
After you cleaned up the poop in your pants.
Right, literally. And the squirrel poop out of said Christmas tree box.
How many squirrels do you think are living in your shed?
Well, actually, the squirrel had begun to make a nest in my Christmas tree box, which I would like. All that plastic fiber's got to be great insulation, but it was it was like barely started, so I think it was a new home for him. So I didn't evict him so much. I just I cut his free trial short.
Gotcha.
Yeah, he'll find another spot in that shed. My friend was like, "Oh my god, that squirrel's probably dead. You ruined his home." I'm like, "It was living in a shed. It's gonna be just fine."
What else did you do this week?
I also, that same friend, it was his birthday this past Saturday, so happy birthday, Sonny. But on Sunday, we all got together to do like a Friendsgiving for his birthday. That was a ton of fun.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I did a Friendsgiving in New Bedford.
I saw that you were in New Bedford. Oh, no, someone said you ran into Robert Cromwell.
We did run
and
into
he
Robert
texted me,
Cromwell.
he's like, why am I running into Valkyrie in New Bedford?
So my friend Joey bought a house in New Bedford. And he's trying to, his mission is to like create a brand new neighborhood in New Bedford. So he's like, all it takes is 6 of us. You open a barbershop, you open a restaurant, I'm going to open a furniture shop, and then we have a neighborhood in a whole other city. And his thesis, well, he likes to like fix chairs and build furniture and stuff. But his thesis is that New Bedford is the last coastal town in Massachusetts where it's still relatively affordable, like for someone who's 35 to buy a house.
Interesting.
Like he's about your age, and he just bought this huge mansion for you can't even get a closet that size in Provincetown.
You can't get a parking spot.
No, you can't get a parking spot for this price. So I mean, like a bunch of us went to like check out his town. I was like Zillowing the whole time.
Right.
I'm not moving to New Bedford.
No. Why not? How far away is it? Like an hour and 45?
It's about 2. Yeah.
Because
no,
it's just
super
before
cute.
Providence.
Yeah.
Right.
It's very like conveniently situated, and they're building, I guess, a commuter rail to Boston.
I mean, they probably have a Target closer than an hour.
They have a what?
A Target closer than an hour away?
Absolutely. Yeah. It's a very cute place. I like it there a lot.
Cute.
But I'm sort of like, I have roots now, I guess.
Yeah. You could open a cute little restaurant in New Bedford.
That's true.
Yeah.
I could open a cute little restaurant here. Oh my God! You know what I'm doing on Wednesday?
What?
Opening a restaurant.
I'm opening a restaurant on Wednesday.
God, it just slipped your mind?
Yeah, I totally forgot. No, I'm making. You know how Halo has somebody making like one food item.
Cute.
I'm serving some Thai curry at Halo this Wednesday. It's the last Halo of the year.
No.
I know.
Wait, because they're starting it up again in January?
I don't think so.
Okay.
They should do it all winter though,
I
right?
agree.
Maybe we can talk him into that.
I mean, maybe if he doesn't want it, we should start something at the Red Inn like that.
That would be fun.
Just drinks one day a week.
But if you're in the mood for Thai food, there's going to be some at Cafe Heaven this Wednesday. It's not going to last. I'm not going to make that much of it. So like the first 20 people through the door are going to get some, and then we're going to run out.
You should do that again for Thai New Year in April.
I should. You're right. What else?
We did trivia last night, which was a ton of fun.
Too.
If you haven't been, it's been on. We moved it to Thursday as of the beginning of November. It's been kind of weird because I was out of town and then we didn't do it for Thanksgiving, but it is every Thursday at 7:00 right here at the Provincetown Brewing Company tap room.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Also, speaking of trivia, I'm hosting trivia again today. There is a PTV fundraiser happening right here at the Provincetown Brewing Company from 4 to 6:30, and I am co-hosting trivia with Vanessa, who works for PTV right here. So get here. I think it's $25 for the whole thing, and there's going to be like raffles, stuff like that, and it's going to be a lot of fun.
Can you win a gift card to the PBC?
I don't know.
You don't know what the prizes are?
She did the prizes.
How many rounds are there?
There's going to be 4.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's at the same format?
Same-ish, yeah.
Gotcha.
It's going to be cute. So
4 to 6?
4 to 6:30 is the event, and I think trivia is going to kind of happen in the middle of that.
Okay. Man, tonight's chock-a-block.
No, the whole weekend.
Are you going to the Follies?
No.
You're not? It's sold out.
It is?
Yeah.
Is tomorrow sold out?
Almost. This is the first Holly Folly where there's 2 town hall events, and one is already sold out, and the other one is very near sold out.
Damn. So tonight there's the Follies at Town Hall. Tomorrow there's Hung with Care, which is a burlesque show happening at Town Hall. I wrote down all the events, and the list is so long. I mean, I wrote down a lot of the events. I'm not going to say that I got them all. But today at the Brewery Company, like I said, there is the PTV fundraiser, and then later tonight, this evening from 7 to 10, it's called Let's Dance Mary. And that is 7 to 9. Sam Sewell is DJing. It's going to be a tons of fun. Provincetown Folly's Hung with Care. Also at the Crown, there's going to be the Real Housewives. I think they're I'm not sure if it's the same show or if they're doing a Christmas version.
It says holiday version.
Okay.
They opened it last night, I think.
Cute. There's also the Nutcrackers Ball, which is a dance party this weekend at the Crown. Bing with John Richardson. Sandy Claus has a show at the Crown this weekend. Thirsty has a show at the Crown. And speaking of Crown shows, this isn't in Provincetown, but it is happening this weekend. It opened last night, but also tonight and tomorrow. There's shows at Art Gazel at the Gathering. Joao moved his show down to Miami. It's his first tour stop for his show Insomnia that he performed at the Crown all summer. There are shows tonight at 9:30 or 7:30 and 9 o'clock. So you can catch, if you're in Southern Florida, Miami, Fort Lauderdale, you can scoot on down to Miami to see that show at the Gathering. Yeah. Also, there is Madam at the Pilgrim House, her holiday show this weekend. I Need a Cocktail's Variety Hour show. Paige Turner show Drag Me to Christmas. And also at the post office, there is a Soulful Christmas with Mike Sherry and Lauren Scales.
Oh, what night is that?
I don't know. It's happening this weekend.
Saturday night is a long underwear party at the Crown.
Long underwear.
It's long parentheses.
Oh, long underwear. Where?
Bring your onesie.
In the vault?
Paramount.
Oh, in the Paramount?
Yeah.
That's not my typical underwear party attire, but
I mean, you can.
we'll see. We'll see.
You decide how long is.
Perfect. You know what they say? A hoe never gets cold.
Did they say that?
Yeah.
It's called Ho.
It is?
It's called Ho.
Okay. Are you DJing that one?
Yeah, who's they?
Everyone in the world.
Everyone in the world says that.
Hoes say that.
Hose.
Yeah. Has no one ever heard that? A hoe never gets cold? Anyone? You've heard it. Great.
Oh, Ethan's heard it. Okay.
Perfect.
Oh, Mary Callanan and Brian Patton are at Tin Pan Alley this weekend, too.
Yeah.
Who I love more than anything. So, I mean, I already have like 3 shows. Like, I'm going to see 3 things tomorrow. I don't think I've ever seen 3 shows in one day. Because Thirsty and Mark Meehan are at like 7:30, and then I have to go to Town Hall for Hung with Care, and then I have to go to Tin Pan Alley for Mary and Brian. I'm going to be like watching shows from like 4 o'clock until midnight.
I love that. There's so much stuff going on. This is this is more than usual, right?
I think so.
Yeah, okay.
I somehow missed Holly Folly last year. I don't remember where I was, but I was not here for it.
Really?
Yeah, I think. Like, I don't, yeah, this is a lot. There's a lot of programming. So thank you, Provincetown. Thank you to the PBG and all of the venues that are creating fun things for us to do.
Yeah, definitely. I think we have a little teaser trailer of Hung with Care that we'll play for you right now. That looks like tons of fun. Rumor has it there's a few more tickets left, so get them now.
And next, we have, this is a very special thing for us because we've never had a guest star do the iconic movie monologue game for your consideration. Kelly Fields, thank you for coming and doing this.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for coming back.
Yeah, of course.
You're like on it every other week now.
Let's do it.
Perfect.
One day I'll get comfortable with it.
So your brand new cookbook is out, The Good Book of Southern Baking.
Yes.
And you're doing a signing tomorrow at the Provincetown Bookshop.
Yes, at 3 o'clock.
Okay. And whoever calls in and guesses the movie monologue that she's doing correctly will win a signed copy of the book. So you can stop by tomorrow and get her to sign it at 3 o'clock at 229 Commercial Street in the Provincetown Bookshop. You're going to call 213-400-4896, and whoever is the first person to call in and guess the right movie is going to win that book. Ready?
Oh, I feel so much pressure.
If
Between y'all and y'all.
you've only seen how
If
close
you haven't
we've
seen
done
Pretty
this
Little
in the past.
Things, like the pressure for
She's
me to
surrounded
read
by
this out
real
loud.
actors.
Yeah, I've never
gonna
done
nail
this
it.
before. All right, are you ready?
I'm ready if you're
All
ready.
right. Is your phone
Is it
ready?
on the screen?
213-400-4896.
All right, you ready? Am I ready? All right, here we go. Dearest, there are no accidents, and he would have found us one way or another. Everything comes full circle. Be grateful it was sooner rather than later. You'll think harsh of me to say so, but no explanation I offer will satisfy you. Please don't be angry when I tell you that you seek resolutions and explanations because you're young. But you will understand this one day. And when it happens, I want you to imagine me there to greet you, like the morning sky, our lives stretched out ahead of us, a perpetual sunrise. But until then, there must be no contact between us. I have much to do, and you, my darling, even more. Please believe that I would do anything to see you happy. And so I do the only thing I can. I release you. Did I stump him?
I think you might have stumped them.
Oh, love it.
Do you
Come
know
on,
what
ladies,
it's from?
this is for you.
Ladies, this is
For the
for you.
This is for the ladies.
And the
It's not
movie-
a Christmas movie, but it's a Christmas title.
It is, I mean, it is the season of this movie, according to lesbians. Hint. Hint.
I have a caller.
All right.
I thought it said spam risk.
Hello, Spam Risk.
Oh, hello.
How are you, caller?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing great. Do you know what movie that's
Who
from?
are you?
Wait, who are you?
It is from the book Salt, which is also from the movie Carol.
Yeah.
Oh, very good. Wait, the book is
The
called
Price
Salt?
of Salt.
Oh, The Price of Salt?
Mhm.
Wow, very
Who
good.
is this, though?
What's your name, caller?
My name is Sam Sewell.
I knew
we
I
were
knew
just
that.
talking about you.
My ears were ringing.
You will be here tonight DJing, right?
Correct.
Excellent. Well, you can pick up your signed copy of Kelly's book tomorrow at the Provincetown Bookshop.
Yeah.
Oh, beautiful. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for
calling.
playing.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Happy Holly Folly.
Happy holiday, Polly. See you later.
Oh, wait, we should have dressed Christmassy.
Nice job.
Yeah,
That
you
was
nailed it.
That was really sad.
I know.
I've never seen the movie.
I mean, really?
Yeah, that's what he just said too. He was like, "How have you not seen this?"
How have you not seen it?
I don't know.
Kate Blanchett.
I
We
love
all
her.
Kate
She's the
Blanchett.
best.
Yeah. Well, you have homework this weekend amongst your shows.
Thank you.
Perfect.
Yeah, and we'll talk about it Tuesday.
That was very touching.
So 3 o'clock tomorrow at the Provincetown Bookshop.
3 o'clock, Provincetown Bookshop.
Mhm.
I'll be there making jokes about myself and answering begging questions, talking about the book,
Mhm.
signing books for yourself and whoever you want.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Go get a copy of Kelly's book.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yep, of course.
Just,
Oh,
till when?
Should we watch the Provincetown Bookshop video?
yes.
No.
No.
We do that for later.
Okay.
I think it's just going to be an unceremonious removal from the set.
Okay, bye, guys.
Oh my god, that was great.
You got the approval of all of the actors.
Yeah.
I would never read out loud my entire life. I had a very bad speech impediment.
Really?
I was in speech therapy before, so it's one of my biggest fears.
Oh my
So
god!
good.
You never told me that.
I just said yes. That's what I did.
Thank
I
you.
love that.
That was perfect.
Some news?
Sure.
Perfect. So the World Cup started last week and it's been happening all week. I think the first round of it's group stage. That's what it's called. Is
round.
over. I think it finished yesterday. And congratulations to Team USA. They made it to the next round, which is single elimination. You lose, you're out from now on, right?
Andrew says yes.
They scored 2 goals and made it to the next round. They had a draw twice, and then they won against Iran.
Yes.
Yes.
There was some controversy.
Was there
They
controversy?
took the image of the Islamic State out of the
Iranian flag.
Right.
The emblem of the Iranian state, or the Muslim state is not an Iranian flag.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Who did that?
USA Soccer.
Oh.
Wow.
A
Unclear if it was
scandal.
an accident or not.
Wow. Interesting.
Removing an emblem from a flag I don't think that can be an accident.
They posted the flag that didn't have the image of the Muslim,
Wow. Someone's got to Photoshop that out, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
or they just use a picture of an Italy flag.
Oh. Interesting.
Jesus.
My favorite moment, though, of the World Cup, there was a pitch invader on a Monday match of Portugal versus Uruguay. It was a gentleman who ran onto the field, and he kind of covered all bases when it came to causes right now.
Really?
He was waving a pride flag that said peace on it, and he also, on his T-shirt on the front, it said save Ukraine, and on the back, it said respect for Iranian women. Exactly. We love all those things.
I feel like he's dead now.
No, he's not. So his name is Mario Ferri. I would imagine how you pronounce that. He is no stranger to invading the pitch. He's quoted as saying, "I'm back" on his social media because he's done this before at World Cups in the past. He also said no legal consequences and that he is free.
Really? I thought, didn't they make a journalist take off like a rainbow flag shirt?
Yes. So there's been a lot, because of the laws and human rights violations that happen in Qatar. There's basically there was people coming to watch they couldn't carry pride flags, they couldn't wear things that are emblematic of the queer community. Attendees have been said that they made to give up their pride flags that they brought before they're being let in by security. And an American journalist, Grant Wall, said that he was detained for 25 minutes because he was wearing a pride shirt.
Yeah, that's insane.
Yeah, I don't understand why places like this keep getting picked to host these worldwide events.
Money.
Money?
Yeah. They have a lot of money.
They can build a giant $2 billion stadium for one event.
Watch the Netflix documentary.
Yeah, there's a documentary about it.
Is it going to make me mad?
It's incredibly damaging.
Great, but thank you to Mario for putting all those causes on an enormous world stage. Yeah. What else do I got? So I don't know if anyone made it to the movies this past weekend, but it seems like not a lot of people did. There's an animated movie that came out this past weekend. It's a Disney movie. It's called A Strange World. And if you've never heard of it, that's kind of how a lot of people are feeling. It made $28.2 million worldwide with a $180 million budget.
Is it Pixar?
I think it's Disney.
Just
They're
Disney?
separate now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's considered a flop. It's the lowest Thanksgiving opener for Disney in modern times, says the Hollywood Reporter. Ticket sales were down for the weekend as a whole. They've dropped significantly since the pandemic. I think it's because the pandemic really changed the way people view movies, with all of the instant releases on streaming and things like that. But people think that the motivation of people are saying that it did really poorly because there was no marketing for it.
I'd never heard of it.
Right. I had heard small rumblings of it, but I never felt like I was in the midst of a marketing blitz for this, which you normally feel from Disney animated films. One person tweeted that they had been to the movie theater no less than 100 times in the last year and hadn't seen a single trailer for it, which seems wild for a Disney movie.
Why would they do that?
Well, so Strange World features 3 generations of the Clade family and their adventures through an uncharted and treacherous land where fantastical creatures await.
Provincetown.
Yeah. A lot of people are obviously blaming the poor marketing for the poor showing, but people are thinking that Disney had a little bit of nefarious intent by not marketing it well. So in the family, one of the main characters his name is Ethan. It's Disney's first biracial gay teen character. It's voiced by Jabuki Young-White, who's a comedian that kind of blew up in the past few years. And a lot of people are saying that they think the movie was undermarketed because Disney kind of didn't want the film to be successful, so that they could be like, oh, this is why people don't want to see these films, so we don't have to make them anymore.
But why would you spend $180 million on something and then want for it to fail?
Right.
Yeah, right.
I don't right. I mean, true. But why would you spend $180 million on a film and then not market it?
Right. Yeah.
Because you only want to spend $180 million
period, and that's it. I feel like Disney's got the money though.
It's a marketing fail.
Funny, like 2 leaderships ago, Disney's been.
Oh, are they reeling?
Yeah, that didn't Bob Iger just come back? They're like the whole.
Bob Iger just came back. I mean, Bob Iger would be fine with it, but I mean, there's a lot of the people at Disney, at Netflix, at HBO, like they're all a mess right now.
Yeah, the leadership is shaking up.
So maybe that's why. Maybe it just like fell through the cracks with all the shakeups.
I mean, but that's a lot of money to fall through a crack.
Yeah, it's a bit.
I mean, I have like
if you're
$180 million loose in my car, just in the passenger seat.
So if you have some free time, check it out. The reviews are really great. It has 74% on Rotten Tomatoes, which is considered fresh. A lot of people are tweeting that it's I mean, it's a Disney animated film. You know it's going to be fun. You know it's going to be vibrant, a lot of fun.
And gay.
Yeah, and it's gay, so go see it.
It's not playing here, is it?
I don't know.
I don't think it's in town.
More worldwide news. The Senate passed the Respect for Marriage Act this past week. They voted on, exactly. They voted on Tuesday 61-36 to pass the Respect for Marriage Act, which will write marriage equality into federal law. This will maintain it even if the Supreme Court overturns the 2015 ruling that established equal marriage rights nationwide. But I think it still allows states to not give out marriage license to same-sex couples, but it doesn't allow them to not. Basically, they have to acknowledge marriage licenses given out by other states, no matter what.
Right.
So it's kind of will go back to the way it was before, except states have to. You know what I mean? Like if this were to get overturned, it'll go back to the way it was before, except other states will have to acknowledge.
Right.
So it's a win. Could have been a bigger win, but that's still great. Other news about queer people in the United States. This past census counted the most queer couples in the United States than ever before. They started counting in 2008 census, and there were 520,000 same-sex couples. This past census is now 1.2 million gay couples living in the United States, according to this most recent census. 700,000 of them are married, and 500,000 of them are simply coupled. They do think this.
I don't know anyone that's simply coupled.
The grooming is working.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Did they count thruples? Because that's at least 200,000 of them.
Oh, Jesus.
They all live here.
Right. But this is still considered to be an underestimation due to the fact that the way the census works is it asks who like the homeowner is, and then it asks how all those people relate to them.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, if you're a homeowner and a gay couple lives in that home, you wouldn't necessarily report that.
Oh.
You know what I mean? Because the census is all in relation to the homeowner.
Oh, I see.
So
you're saying if there's a gay couple that's like renting from someone else, they're not counted?
Basically.
Okay.
Yeah. I think there was a lot of people who didn't want this to be included in the census in years past, specifically because if you start counting people, then you start to have to acknowledge you have to start to acknowledge the demographic rather than it just being like this idea like, oh, there's queer people right, exactly. There's queer people in the country, and now it's like, you know how many of them there are, so therefore you then have to start providing for them, which is a lot of like Republicans and conservatives didn't want it counted for that purpose.
Right.
So happy to see that we're being counted. Yeah.
We're here. We're queer. We want to be counted in the census.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that we said that we were gay and own a place. I'm one of those million couples.
Oh my God. Well, you're one of the 700,000 married couples.
Hi, Peter.
In other queer news, some gay men will be soon allowed to donate blood. I think monogamous, which is, you have to be monogamous. If you're sexually active, it has to be with one partner. Basically.
4 more gay men.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I think our opinion of it is skewed living in Provincetown. Like, are there this many open gay relationships in the rest of the country? I think less, proportionately.
I don't know.
I think it's like
share.
I can give blood, is all I'm saying.
I still cannot. Actually, I might be able to.
Yeah. Well, this is better than, I mean, before it was like you had to be like abstain from sex for 6 months or something.
A year.
A year?
Yeah.
I don't want that person's blood. That person's no fun.
Oh my god, I'm gonna kill you.
Right.
If you were straight sleeping around, they didn't care.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Some loser incel.
Oh god.
Just kidding. Just kidding. Abstinence is great. It's not for me. What else?
In sad news, one of me and Bob's favorite musicians passed away this past week, and I'm sure a lot of people watching will feel the same way. Christine McVie, who is one of the vocalists from Fleetwood Mac, passed away this past week. It's so sad.
I know. She was my favorite. I loved her the most.
It's hard to say a favorite. It's just like everyone had their vibe, and the vibe was good.
Yeah. I mean, it's just not going to be the same.
Yeah, but she wrote the most top 10 hits, right?
Yeah.
For Fleetwood Mac?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and all the good ones.
Yeah.
I mean, they're all good, but...
Right. Yeah. A lot of their biggest hits were her songs.
Yeah.
And I mean, everybody thought that she was like the healthy one. Like when you watch behind the music, it wasn't her doing coke all night long. It was Stevie and Lindsay.
Yeah, right?
But, it just goes to show.
Yeah. So if you're doing karaoke this week and you typically do Landslide, do Songbird instead this weekend. You know?
Yeah. I know. I was driving around in my car listening to the radio, and they're like, Christine McVie died. Here's a Fleetwood Mac song. And then they played one of the Stevie Nicks songs.
Stop.
Fail, Jack FM 93.5. That was a fail.
I feel like they should have played like, is it called Everywhere?
Yeah.
Or I Want to Be With You Everywhere?
Everywhere.
Yeah. That's my favorite. Yeah. Or Little Lies.
You Make Loving Fun. Tusk is Lindsay. Stop it. Get out of here, Tusk.
Oh my god. Do you want to do our favorite movies now?
Okay.
I'm going to open the StreamYard on my computer.
Okay. So Harrison had an idea for each of us to independently pick our 5 favorite Christmas movies. So I don't know what his are. He doesn't know what mine are. We're going to put them on the screen one at a time, and then you're going to tell them why you love it or what?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
But you said yours are stupid?
They're not. They're my favorite Christmas movies. I think you're going to think they're stupid.
I already do, and I don't know what they are.
Okay, Andrew's going to put them up one at a time.
Okay.
Oh, no. Oh, wait.
Well, why do you think I'm going to think yours are stupid?
Because I know you, and I know you're going to think they're stupid.
What's your favorite Christmas movie?
Die Hard.
Die Hard. Andrew's mad that didn't make the list, though. Oh, I hate what's happening.
Yeah, okay.
Okay,
let's go. Put up the first one. Ooh, this one's mine. So Batman Returns, it's kind of in the same vein as Die Hard is one of those movies that you're going to have to argue with people about it being a Christmas movie, but it did take place during Christmas, and it's a really great movie. I think the opening scene is like not the opening scene, but one of the first like action scenes in the movie is at like a Christmas parade thing where everything blows up. But this movie is incredible. I do think that if it came out today, Michelle Pfeiffer would win an Oscar and Danny DeVito would have been nominated. They didn't really take superhero movies seriously back during this time, but it's perfection.
Iconic performances.
I think we did pick one of the same movies.
We did?
Yeah, so we'll both have to claim.
I don't think so.
What's my first one? Home Alone. This is one of the best Christmas movies ever.
Oh, totally.
I mean, I think he and I are probably the same age, so when it came out, I was like, you put yourself in the story as the kid wrecking these thieves' lives. Hilarity.
It's also like, as much as it's about being alone, blah, 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 it's also about like realizing how much your family means to you at the same time, which is a very loving Christmas.
And a very young Catherine O'Hara being the mom. So beautiful.
Yeah. Next. This is one of mine. I love watching this with my family. If that can give you a little glimpse into my family dynamic and where our sense of humors lie. This is Bad Santa. Billy Bob Thornton is really fun. This is kind of a not so much a Scrooge story, but like a curmudgeon who has no real connections to the people around him, and he ends up moving into a house with this old woman with dementia, and he's like, I can just move into this woman's house. She doesn't know what's going on, and then ends up having like a really loving relationship with the woman's grandson, and like it's really beautiful. And also, it's John Ritter's last on-screen
really
movie.
Wow.
but it's tons of fun. If you like kind of dirty humor that ends up being heartwarming in the end, I would definitely say this one's for you.
That's not stupid. Like, what's next? Scrooged. Classic.
Oh.
This is my favorite take on the Christmas Carol story.
I can't wait for you to see mine. You're going to be so mad.
I probably will. And this is just so good. Peak Bill Murray. Who else is in it? Alfre Woodard, I think, is his assistant. Carol Kane. Who played the taxi driver, Ghost? I can't remember his name. It's just so good.
No.
Really?
No, somebody else.
Scarlett Johansson?
Yeah.
No, it's great, and he plays a movie executive or a television executive who's trying to make like a Christmas movie, and all he cares about is money and ratings, and we all know that person.
Oh, totally.
Yeah, really great take on a Dickens classic.
You chose this too, right?
I did choose this.
We chose different movie posters,
Okay.
but A Christmas Story. It's iconic. Another one I love to watch with my family. It's on, I think it's either Thanksgiving or Christmas Day, that I think like TNT just plays it on repeat.
Yeah, there's like 24 hours of this movie.
And anytime there's not a football game on or whatever sports thing happening, it's always back onto this.
Mm-hmm. Did you watch the sequel?
No.
There's a sequel. It's out on HBO right now.
And
with him as an adult.
Him as an adult.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah, I don't know that I want to watch
We'll
it.
see. That's one of those movies where like it's just like every scene is iconic.
Right.
Yeah, and I love watching with my parents because I think they're that age where they were the age of those kids during that time.
Right.
So like they love to like they look at this like the snowsuits and they're like, oh my god, I have one exactly like that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, next.
A Charlie Brown Christmas. I mean, it's not. I see. Thank you.
But also, like, an anti-capitalist Christmas movie.
Those are my favorite kinds.
More of a cartoon that's feel good and sweet. Come on.
Yes, mine do skew very anti-capitalism, but also this is one of the best Christmas soundtracks ever. The Vince Guaraldi music is so beautiful. That's probably the music that I listen to most during the Christmas season. I have that soundtrack on all the time.
You know, like that main song that everyone knows.
Christmas time is.
Do you know the like noise is a broom?
Really?
It's a broom to make that like. Shh.
Oh.
Yeah.
How the sausage is made.
Foley artist.
A little bit of trivia for you.
Charlie Brown. What's next?
Okay, this is one of mine. It's one of those classic Christmas claymation films. I do love all of them, but definitely my favorite is Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. It has the Land of Misfit Toys. I think we're going to see a lot of those for Carnival next year.
Mm-hmm.
I think Provincetown can clearly make a connection to like the Land of Misfits Toys and feeling like an outcast and then kind of finding community.
Yeah.
My favorite line from the movie is when Santa doesn't want to eat his dinner and Mrs. Claus goes, "Eat, Papa, eat." Nobody likes a skinny Santa. I say all the time. In July and February, all the time. Yeah.
Oh, Requiem for a Dream, my all-time favorite Christmas movie.
Is that a Christmas movie?
It's the movie that I watch the most in December.
Okay. That's your only argument for it being a Christmas movie?
I wake up on Christmas morning and I pop the DVD in, and I live for Ellen Burstyn in this movie.
Are you lying?
No.
Please tell me you don't watch this on Christmas morning.
She was robbed for an Oscar, and that is why I will continue to watch it every Christmas for as long as my DVD player works. Probably 2 more.
You can probably stream it.
Really? Yeah, probably.
It's the only shaky shot in the whole movie is her monologue, and it's because the cameraman was crying.
Yeah.
No
See?
way.
We did that monologue on this show.
Yeah.
Oh, Kelly, I wish you could have seen me do Ellen Burstyn. The red dress monologue. I like thinking about the red dress.
I've never seen this movie.
You've never seen it?
I'll come over
on Christmas and watch it with me.
Okay.
Your last one.
Here's the last one. Oh my God.
This is my favorite retelling of A Christmas Carol. This is a Divas Christmas Carol. It is a VH1 original made-for-TV movie. It is so iconic.
Vanessa Williams, right?
Vanessa Williams as Ebony. Get it?
Ebony Scrooge.
So it is the classic Charles Dickens tale retold through the guise of a girl group. So basically it's like she was kind of the Beyonce and she had a big solo career, and like the other members of
Have you seen it?
one of the members of the group passes away, played by Chili from TLC. Iconic. I'm sorry. Iconic.
Can I have a tissue? No, can you get me a napkin, please?
Oh my God.
Thank you.
Kathy Griffin plays the ghost of Christmas Past.
Oh, nice.
But because it's a girl group, they're iconic. So they do. Vanessa Williams does a cover of Sleigh Ride, which is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
It's so good. I'll watch Requiem for a Dream if you watch A Divas Christmas.
You got a deal.
So good. Anyone else who's seen it, please back me up. It's tons of fun.
It has been a comment.
Someone said they liked it.
Somebody commented.
Okay, good.
Excellent. I think all of yours were great.
Thank you.
That was fun.
Someone said, what about A Divas Christmas Carol? Other ones, Nightmare Before Christmas and Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
Willy Wonka?
Is Willy Wonka a Christmas movie?
No. Who said that?
Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
I've never seen Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
Okay.
Yeah, just put in the comments what your favorite Christmas movie is.
Muppet Christmas Carol, Christmas in Connecticut. I've never even heard of that. One Magic Christmas, Miracle on 34th Street, Scrooged, It's a Wonderful Life, all good ones.
Oh, It's a Wonderful Life. Yeah.
Mark said he wants to watch Christmas in Connecticut with you.
Bell Book and Candle. Everybody thinks it's a Halloween movie, but it's actually set at Christmas, but about a witch.
Bell
I've
Book and
never
Candle?
seen
I don't know it.
Bell Book and Candle?
Kim Novak and Jimmy Stewart.
Oh.
I'll have to watch this
Novak
holiday
from-
season. Interesting.
Yeah.
Gremlins?
Gremlins. Oh, totally
Christmas
Gremlins.
Vacation.
Christmas Vacation for sure.
We
could do this all day.
Carol. Oh God! But if you end up watching any of those, if you haven't seen any of those, and you end up watching it, reach out to us and let us know what you think.
Yeah,
it was fun. And I'm telling you, A Divas Christmas Carol is fun. Okay, should we hang out with Derek at the bookshop?
Yeah, you guys check this out.
Yep. Oh my God!
Hey, good morning, everybody. I'm at the Provincetown Bookshop with Derek McCormick, who's running it. The store is in its 90th season in Provincetown. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
How long have you been with the company?
I came on about 2 months ago. I actually did work at the old bookshop last year, briefly. I've worked at a number of other bookstores as well. But no, I worked last summer and then I came back about 2 months ago as manager.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And according to David Dunlap's building, Provincetown, that location housed the bookstore from 1940 until this recent move.
Yes.
And what prompted the move? It's a weed store now.
It is a weed store. It's a little complicated, but there were two owners of the old bookshop for many years, for like most of its years. The people who employed John Waters back in the 70s and that sort of thing, they were there for many, many years. Joel and E. Lloyd. And they both passed, I think, in the 2010s. And then for a number of years, a family trust was owning it on their behalf. And that family trust isn't quite local. I don't think they quite had the connection that Joel and E. Lloyd had. So eventually they did decide to just sell the business and its space. And that's when our new owner, Barbara Clark, came in and wanted to really see the bookstore survive and thrive somewhere else.
It's a noble mission.
Yeah, absolutely.
And as your colleague was pointing out, there are 3 bookstores in Provincetown, which is pretty good for a town of size.
You might even say 4 with women crafts. Yeah.
Oh, correct.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
We have quite a few.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so what's going on tomorrow? Kelly Field's going to be signing her cookbook.
Yes. Kelly Field's going to be here signing the Good Book of Southern Baking. She'll be here at 3 p.m. I think 3 to 4 she'll be signing books for whoever stops by. Should be a great time. I think a great pit stop for throughout your Folly experiences.
And what are your holiday hours for the rest of the year?
We are for the most part, we're 12 to 7 on weekdays, and we are 10 to 8 on weekends, on Saturdays and Sundays.
Nice.
And we'll be daily through, aside from Christmas, we'll be daily through at least New Year's.
And I mean, aside from this really great local section, I see a kids section over here.
Yep, we have a lot of kids books. They've been doing really well. I think there are more children in Provincetown sometimes than we like to imagine. And they certainly need some books of their own.
That looks fun.
Yeah.
Auntie, Uncle, Drag Queen, Hero. I think I know a couple of those.
Yeah, we've got a lot of the sections that did really well in the old store. Kids, cooking, Cape Cod. Got a lot of general fiction, mysteries, sci-fi.
Did you pick all these staff picks?
Some of these are mine, but no, it's kind of a mix of everyone who works here. There's about 6 or 7 of us, so we have a nice range of tastes on display.
Say hi, Miley. Hey, I'm awake. And your holiday gift guide.
Yes, so we recently put this together. These are some of our favorite books from the last 2 years that came out that are like super giftable and kind of. They're super giftable. They can kind of appeal to anyone on your list. So hopefully there's something here you can find.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Thanks for taking a couple minutes to talk to us.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Come in and say hi to these guys and buy some books.
So get into that bookshop. I bought a couple of books yesterday, 2 of the staff picks.
Okay.
Yeah,
If you haven't been in, tomorrow's the perfect opportunity at 3 o'clock. And you can meet Kelly.
Yeah, go see Kelly. And tell her she did a great job on the monologue. Please welcome to the show the cast of Tiny Beautiful Things. This is William Mullen, Seraphis, Patrick, and Ann Stott. Thank you guys so much for being here.
Thanks for having us.
Of course.
Tom Sharp, I guess, is still in bed.
Yes.
Hi, Tom.
Hopefully he cracked his eyes open and opened his laptop.
So the play is based on the Cheryl Street book, Tiny Beautiful Things. What's it about?
So Cheryl Strait anonymously started doing an advice column called Dear Sugar on a literary website called The Rumpus. And it became wildly popular to the point where she published a compilation of the letters and her responses in a book called Tiny Beautiful Things, and then revealed her identity. And the Dear Sugar. So then Nia Vardalos took the book and adapted it into a play, and Seraphis Patrick beautifully portrays Sugar, our advice columnist, and Tom Sharp, and Will and I each play multiple letter writers. So we play different characters throughout the play, writing in about different issues, and it ranges from, the really challenging, emotional, difficult stuff to really funny, silly, unexpected, quirky stuff, like the whole range of life in one 90-minute play.
Amazing. And you guys may remember Nia Vardalos, who wrote My Big Fat Greek Wedding.
Exactly.
Cheryl Strait, of course, is famous for writing Wild. It was turned into a Reese Witherspoon movie.
Yes.
So the material's pretty juicy, right? Fun to play.
Oh, it really is. It's an emotional roller coaster. As Anne said, you're laughing 1 minute, you're crying the next minute, and then you're back to laughing.
But it really is, we were nervous because it's so emotionally bare. It's like, oh my God, how are people going to take this? But it's actually very healing, and people are like grateful for that space where they can kind of experience the range of whatever they've been through in their lives in a sort of healing, safe way.
Yes, with community.
Yeah, with community.
Yeah, it's been lovely. Really, really lovely.
How was it working with, on such intimate material with such a small and intimate cast? Did you guys work together really well? Was it challenging to, use these topics in such a small, intimate
We
setting?
threw chairs, we stormed out.
Just like Wake Up.
No, exactly. Our director, Rebecca Berger, had us do, hi Rebecca, a lot of improvisation. And so we kind of tried a lot of stuff out together in these different scenes to see how they would work. It was exciting. It was really fun.
And she's amazing. She's 26 years old. This is the first show she's directed, and she's wonderful. And it's in the round, so it's very interesting because we're all in it together. The audience is exposed. We're all exposed in it, and it's a very healing. It's a wonderful room to be in.
Are you all on stage the whole time?
Pretty much, yeah.
Some of the letter writers sometimes sort of sit to the side, but we never go out of the space at all.
Yeah, that's
Sarah doesn't get a break.
No, I don't.
Sarah's off.
She's off all the time.
I need a little more coffee, boys, today.
No, there's one moment where you're off to the side for maybe a minute and a half, and then there's another moment where she's like, maybe I can take a sip of water right now for 2 seconds.
And then when she's finishing her sip of water, the letter writers are like, hey! And she's like, oh God, here we go.
It's become a bit with the mug. It's become a bit, kind of like you guys. I've got my mug.
Have you guys all been in a cast together before?
No, none of us. None of us.
So Tom Sharp and I, and over
and
in
Sam, the audience member,
Sam Stoll, we're all in the Laramie Project together. But that's it. The rest of us
no.
had never worked together.
I was really psyched. I'd seen Anne in August Osage County. If you haven't seen it, it was such a beautiful production. And I just consider Anne singer-songwriter. And I saw her in this production. I was like, I was blown away. And then so when Rebecca let us know who the cast was, I'm like, I get to do a production today.
I know, and I saw you in the drag.
Yes.
And you did The Witch last year, but really, in some ways, this is like your return to a Provincetown indoor stage. I loved The Witch that Megan Nessel did, but
I used to do theater there a long time ago.
Yeah, when I first moved here, Sarah was in all the Mara Cohen plays and lots of theater. So hopefully
some musicals, and the voice was going. Yes.
When
Younger
the voice
voice.
is going.
Yes.
So you have 3 shows left.
3 shows. That's it.
Yeah.
7 p.m. tonight, 7 p.m. on Saturday night, and 2 p.m. Matinee on Sunday. It's our last show. And there's the tickets are going fast. So come see it. It's really special. It's 1 act. As Anne said, it's about an hour and a half.
Yeah.
And you're in and out. There's time for dinner. There's time for the long underwear party. If you want to go to that. Get your emotions out before going to the long underwear party. Because you don't want to be crying in front of hot dudes.
No.
Don't do that.
That is my typical, I don't know.
You go up there and go, hi, you look really hot.
Naked and sobbing.
My new favorite Christmas movie, Naked.
Yes.
Hot, naked, and sobbing.
There we go.
In Provincetown.
How many weekends did you run the show for?
This is our 3rd weekend. Yeah.
And are you guys doing? I know there's only a couple more things at the theater this year.
There's
a mosquito story
There's the
slam.
Mosquito Story Slam next Saturday, December 10th. Storytellers sign up at 6:30. We begin at 7 p.m. And then there's the Townie Extravaganza, which
You're also involved.
I'm going to be on, and Anne's going to be on. It's all about Townie talent. So there's, I think it's about 20 acts.
Yeah.
But they go on and off. It's almost like the Gong Show without the gong. So they go on and off, and it's just.
Do you need the gong?
You're gonna sing, right?
I'll sing. And people read story, like hysterical, someone does a Dr. Seuss usually, and there's a cello player, and it's all over the place. It's like Provincetown at its best.
I'm going to be in drag.
Okay.
Doing the drag persona from The Drag, which was the early production at the theater.
And when is that? When is the extravaganza?
That's Friday and Saturday, December 16th and 17th.
Well, it's the Friday and Saturday before Christmas, so the weekend before Christmas.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Excellent. Have fun. Break a leg tonight, guys.
Is there a theme for the story, the mosquito?
There is. The theme for the mosquito is tradition.
Tradition.
Tradition. Yes.
So check out Time to Beautiful Things this
Yeah.
weekend at the Provincetown Theater.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you all for watching. Be sure to get to Provincetown and check out all the amazing things happening this weekend.
Go to the holiday market and get some Christmas presents.
And it's also lovely to hear from you and everyone else that, even though there's so much going on, ticket sales are going really well. So
Yeah.
They are.
it's going to be a fun, lively, vibrant weekend in Provincetown in December. Can you imagine?
Thank you to all of our sponsors, the Provincetown Brewing Company, the Be-Well Cannabis Dispensary, the Red Inn, Cafe Heaven, ProjectValorSailing.org, the Adam Howard Metal Workshop at 3 Bradford Street,
And the Crown and Anchor.
and the Crown and Anchor. Thank you guys for watching.
Thanks for waking up in Provincetown.
Wherever you are.
See you next week.
Good morning, everybody.